So you bought a house, congratulations. Stay tuned for all the tips on after you sign to closing. Here we go. Hi, this is Joy Larson with the Joy team in the Cleveland area market with Keller Williams. Thanks so much for joining us today. Is all about you buyers. You signed on the dotted line for your dream home. Congratulations. Now, here are the tips you need to know until closing. But first, subscribe and make sure to hit that notification button so you get all my weekly updates every Friday. All right. First thing you're going to need to do is get your calendar ready. You're going to want to make sure to write all these dates down as per the contract so you don't miss any dates. The three things that are the most crucial right now is earnest money check. As per the contract, usually it's about $1,000, and you will make sure to take a picture of that check so that you can send it off to all the agents out there so everyone knows you have completed that piece. Second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to talk to a lender. You're going to want to talk to a lender that's very responsive, because in this process, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of pieces. You want someone that's going to respond to you quickly. And if they don't respond to you quickly, you don't want them. You're going to want to make sure that you shop around for the best interest rate as well, because some interest rates vary. And hey, over 30 years, that could make a lot of money. So you're going to save a lot by shopping right now. As per the contract, you probably have 3 to 5 days to pick your lender. After you've picked your lender, make sure that you have emailed it off to everybody so they know who it is. All right. The next piece is inspection. It's really busy this first week after contract. You are going to want a licensed inspector. So shop around for this inspection guy or gal, and it's usually $300 to $600. They also might do a radon inspection, and that is totally up to you if you want that. Make sure to have that on the contract as well, because that is another piece. So you've picked out your inspector. Make sure to pick a time. Your agent will go with you to that inspection. They sort of babysit the property during that time and make sure nothing happens during that piece. And then it also makes sure that the seller is out of the house, because you want to have this 2-hour time to dream and get to know the house that you're going to live in. It's an exciting, exciting time, and a little nerve-wracking too, because that inspector is going to tell you things wrong with the house. It might freak you out, but it is okay. Every house has issues. Anything health and safety related is what they're going to be looking at specifically, because guess what? You can ask the seller to fix those items before you move in. All right? So when you get the inspection report, usually 24 hours later, you might have 3 items. Now, this is not the time to say, I want everything fixed from that inspection report. That seller is most likely going to say, nope, that's okay. I'm not going to do it, which they can say that. They don't have to fix everything that you want. This is a time of negotiating again. The seller can say yes to all, no to none, or I'll do 50-50, or they might even say, here's some money and you take care of it. Now, if you guys do not come to an agreement, guess what? You can walk away and start shopping again. That is okay. Now, during this time, you might get a little, there's so much going on. The one thing I want you to do, put your emotions on the shelf during this time. There's going to be a lot of different stressors. It is okay. It is a fun time. Remember, you have been shopping and dreaming, and you found that dream home. That's why you put under contract, right? You've finished inspections. You've got your lender. Your earnest money check is in. What's next? The next step is the appraisal. Okay, the appraiser is going to come in to make sure that you don't, the house is not more than it is worth, which is good for you. All right? So the appraisal is done. Now, make sure to be calling the moving companies. You're gonna want some help here, especially if you are moving from a big house down, or if you just have a lot of stuff. I recommend start de-junking during this whole process, because then you're not paying to move things that you don't want. So many people do that and end up throwing everything to the curb, and they just spend hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars on stuff that they don't want. So this is the time to get rid of that stuff you don't need anymore, and call your friends if they're going to be helping you move, or get that company. Now, just to tell you a little bit about that moving truck. Moving during the week is cheaper than the weekends. So as per your contract, if it's during the week, you might want to consider just moving during the week and take a day off of work. It is worth it. It will save you lots of money. All right, appraisal is done. Now you are going to do the walkthrough. Woo, getting close. You are within 3 days or 5 days. It depends on what you've written in your contract for the walkthrough. So you're going to walk through the property to make sure that anything that the seller was supposed to fix before closing gets done. So make sure those items are complete. The walkthrough is only 15 to 30 minutes. It is not another 5 hours in the house. This is just to make sure no damage is to the property since the last time you saw it, because it's been a while since inspection. Sometimes it's been 30 days, sometimes it's been a little longer, sometimes shorter. It's all as per the contract. You can measure a little bit now, but no buying anything. Remember, you don't want to be spending a lot of money during this time, because the lender is going to be watching. You do not want to buy any cars. You don't want to spend a $10,000 bedroom set during this time. That waits till closing. Hold off on all that spending, all right? Walkthrough is done. Now it's time to schedule closing. We are all at this point, every single person is waiting on, from the lender, the clear to close. Now the lender is going to be asking you for a bunch of different documents during this entire process, and you're going to get frustrated, but just keep in mind, get him what he wants within a 24-hour period, because you don't want anything delayed. We don't want delays. Once you get that clear to close, it is time for signatures. The seller signs first, then you sign last. Usually you sign the day of closing. So you're there the day of closing, get ready to sign, and it's usually between 30 minutes and an hour. You can go to work that day if you need. I know many people have to work, so you can do it early in the morning. The title company will basically do what is best for you. After you've signed, we are all waiting for title to transfer. Once title transfer, that means it's in your name now. Now, during title transfer, you will get the keys unless, as per the contract, the possession date. There's 2 different times. Title transfer, it goes in your name, but then there's a possession date as on the contract. Sometimes the seller asks to have 3 days for you to get keys. So title transfer happens, and then 3 days later you get keys, because they're in the middle of packing and moving to their next house. So whatever that possession date you have, that's when you transfer utilities. Utilities get transferred when possession happens, when you get the keys. So make sure that you transfer gas and electric and all the other items. Now, in the Cuyahoga County, the water and the sewer transfers automatically, so you don't need to worry about that. But you might want to just check with the county that you're moving to as to what you need to transfer. And now, congratulations! The keys are in your hand, and I'm proud of you. You did it. I hope these things helped you. Make sure to comment of anything I have missed, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.